Listen closely, because the story you're about to hear sounds impossible. A man who looked broke, a man nobody noticed, secretly built a fortune worth $8 million. Not a CEO, not a businessman, just a janitor. And when people found out the truth, the entire town froze. His name was Ronald Read, a quiet old man living in a small American town. He walked slowly, dressed in the same old jacket, carrying nothing but a cup of black coffee. People passed by him every day. No one greeted him. No one thought he was special. In fact, most people thought he was poor. But Ronald had a secret he protected for more than 50 years. Ronald grew up in Vermont. His family wasn't wealthy. He worked on farms, chopped wood, walked miles just to get to school. He never went to college, never got a high-paying job, no businesses, no big dreams. He simply worked, hard, silently, for decades. He became a janitor, a gas station worker, a man people barely noticed. At the cafe he visited, the staff often paid for his breakfast, not out of kindness, but because they believed he couldn't afford it. But they were wrong, so wrong. Because while Ronald lived like a poor man, he thought like a rich one. Every night he read newspapers. Every morning he studied the stock market, not as a trader, but as a student. He saved every small dollar he earned. He avoided expensive clothes, never bought fancy things, never showed off. Then, quietly, he invested tiny amounts into companies he believed in. AT&T, Johnson & Johnson, General Electric, strong American companies that grew over time. And Ronald did something almost no one does today. He stayed patient. He didn't panic. He didn't sell when times were bad. He let time do the magic. His small investments began to grow, then multiply, then explode. And by the time he turned 92, Ronald Read, the janitor, was secretly worth $8 million. But the world didn't know. Not until the day he died. When lawyers opened his will, the town went silent. Ronald had donated $6 million to his local hospital and $2 million to his public library. People were shocked. How? Ronald, the janitor Ronald, the man with the same jacket for 20 years? Yes, that Ronald, the man everyone ignored, ended up helping thousands of people even after his death. He became a legend, an American miracle, a reminder that wealth doesn't need to be loud. Sometimes wealth whispers. So remember, you don't need a high salary to build a better future. You don't need luck. You only need consistency, patience, and the courage to start small. If stories like this inspire you, don't leave without hitting like. And if you want more real stories of silent success, unknown millionaires, and life-changing journeys, click subscribe before you go, because the next story might change your life. Thanks for watching. See you in the next inspiring journey.